did you ship this week?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. It's good to see you here. Frederick, do you mind making me bigger if possible? This is the 6th episode of What Did You Ship This Week? My name is Cameron Dennis. I am just here to quickly introduce everyone, and then I will be giving NearAI's update at the very end. Just for context, at NearAI, I'm responsible for all external integrations and some partnerships. And this is just something we run every week. It's essentially a decentralized ecosystem stand-up, and the whole point is for people to share what they built. It's pretty straightforward. Everyone has around 6 to 8 minutes. I pop up on the screen when you have about 1 minute left. If you're going to share your screen, please only share the tab that you plan to share. We've been through this before. Let's not make that mistake again. So without further ado, I'm just going to quickly introduce the agenda for today. Giving a quick intro, as I'm doing now, and then we're going to pass it off to Mohammed from GrowthMate, and then Nico from Nilian, Zahid from Jutsu, Andrew from Doppelgangers, Peter from JS and Rust, and then Jivan and Uliana from Instant Apply, and then at the very end, I'm going to be talking about some of the stuff that is cooking on the NearAI side. But without further ado, Mohammed, I'm going to bring you up to the stage. You have about 8 minutes to talk to everyone about what you shipped this week. Just want to quickly flag, introduce yourself, introduce what GrowthMate does, and then talk about your recent developments.
Okay, awesome. Hi. So I'm Mohammed Ali from GrowthMate. We build recommender systems for Web3 users. And so what we are trying to solve is the discovery problem. At any given time, there is so many cool things happening in Web3, and it's usually hard to stay up to date with everything that's happening. And so here, let me say, maybe I can share my screen, and I can show you. How does this work? Let's see. I guess now you should be able to see my browser, right?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. And so it's usually like traditional that every ecosystem has some kind of directory where they list all their projects. And it's usually great to find out which projects exist. But then it's limited to just like giving me a project logo, project name, and some short description. And for me as a user, knowing that, okay, this is a DEX or this is like a linear I can stack, but then it doesn't expose the opportunities from within. And so it's just like, okay, good to know that the DEX or lending platform is there. How can it help me? And so we go a step further, and we have our own bots that collect all opportunities from within the projects. And so, for instance, here you can see we have by the way, we are multi-chain. But for Near, you can see that it's aware that from Rhea, you can provide Bitcoin liquidity today. You can lend your USDC for 7%. You can do like a bunch of stuff. You can trade meme coins here. This is how much you'd get for lending your DAI. You can earn points on Ostake. Anyways, we expose the opportunities from within each project. And so we use this to provide personalized recommendations to the user and to tell him like, hey, based on your on-chain data, here are some cool matches. And so we recently added this to as a NearAI agent. And I think now you should be able to see, our agent. It's under GrowthMate.near discovery agent. And so, for instance, the agent is aware of the user's transaction history in a human readable format. So it knows that, I sent some tokens from GrowthMate to Sputnik DAO. It knows I received some tokens. And it's like aware of my transaction history. It's also aware about my portfolio holdings. So I have some Near, I have some USDC, and I don't have any DeFi positions in this specific account. And so based on this data, it's able to give me like cool matches from the opportunities here. And so, for instance, it saw that I have both USDC and NEAR, and so the first recommendation was, hey, by the way, you can get like really high yield by LPing into the USDC WNear pool on Rhea. Or because I transacted with the Shih Tzu DAO, it know that, okay, it could be relevant to go and trade meme coins on meme cooking. And yeah, this is basically it. I expect this to be like really interesting to other agents because many like assistants would be interested in providing such discovery features to their users. And yeah, I would love to know if you have like any questions. Oh, I think one last thing is you can configure like the data here by creating an admin on our platform. And so here you can have access to some filtering options. So you can say, I want to protect users from gambling. So you can just blacklist gambling. And so all gambling things will not appear in the first place.
How do you define gambling? Like that's such a a lot of crypto is debatably gambling, even if it's not traditional gambling. So how does the agent actually define that?
Yeah. Well, there is definitely some subjective measures that go in here, but from our point of view, we always try to narrow down like to the closest category. And so, for instance, if something is a DEX or a perp, then it would be labeled as a perp. Or if it's a meme coin trading, then it will be labeled as meme coin trading platform. And so gambling would be something like Stake.com. It's literal.
Got it. Do you manage that taxonomy, like of all these tags and everything?
Yeah. So we constantly are getting datasets, labeled datasets from third-party providers, and we merge them into our own schema. And whenever we see that we need to create a new category, then we have categories for base chains, categories that would like DeFi, NFT subcategories. So that would be like AMM per meme coin trading platform. Yeah.
Super cool. Well, awesome stuff, man. What's the best place for people to learn more about what you're doing and stay updated?
GrowthMate XYZ. Also on Twitter, GrowthMate_XYZ.
Amazing. Or is there any final thoughts, departing comments?
Well, please reach out if you think that this could be helpful to your project.
Awesome. Who's your target market exactly?
For the Near AI agent, it's mainly other agent builders who want to expose this through their assistants. We also have like a standalone chat interface under chat GrowthMate XYZ, and here you can see everything is like more retail focused. It's the formatting and display is more refined.
Super cool. Awesome, man. I'm going to DM you. I have a bunch of questions that shouldn't be asked in public, so I will DM you. And next up, we have Nico. Thank you, Mohammed, for joining. Hope to see you soon.
Appreciate it.
Yep. All right. Nico, can you hear me?
Hey. Yes, sir.
Sweet. It'd be awesome if you can quickly introduce Nilian, yourself, and what you shipped this week.
Yeah. My name's Nick. I've been working with Nilian for about 2.5 years now on the engineering side, and we built a whole bunch of really cool stuff. And primarily, what Nilian's focus is privacy enhancing technologies. So what that means is creating composable solutions that can work well together to add privacy and other, secure aspects to your guys' project as builders. So one of the projects I've been working on lately is on the agent side. We have different initiatives happening with like TEEs and secure inference and things like that. So stay tuned for those kinds of projects. And you can always look up what's happening on our GitHub page. And we have a super active community where you can learn more. And today, though, I'm going to talk about the secret vault. And let me share my screen here. Let's see. It's giving me options. I'll start with this one over here. Okay, so Secret Vault. What our Secret Vault is, it's a distributed database as a service, but it's distributed amongst trusted, infrastructure um, runners. To like each one is going to contribute a host so that they can together you can compose a cluster, and your cluster would be m of n, or you have certain number of nodes that you select from these different providers that have particular characteristics that you like, for example, geo, latency, and things like that. And so you can pick which operators are going to be your Nilian secret vault. And then when we're creating, when we're encrypting and saving data to those hosts, they get secret shared across the different hosts, which means that not one of the hosts has data on their own to be able to. They can't view it. Like even that operator themselves can't actually expose the data, leak data, without total collusion from enough of those particular parties. So that's a really cool thing. And what we think that this is valuable for agent builders is that it gives us a way of using distributed storage or using a database service that's distributed, that's Web3 friendly and very much focused, and to provide you with some extra privacy enhanced technology there. So the demo that I wanted to show today, I was using the LangChain extension that Near team has built to wrap around the Coinbase Agent Kit. And so what that's done is it's given me this orchestration layer in Near to be able to activate the LangChain workflow, and that gives us some really cool things in the agent. And I think I need to stop this share and start another one. So let me do that really quick. Window. I'll do this one. Okay, so on my screen, I'm just going to walk you through some quick code so that you can see what I think is the ease of using these patterns of the agent kit or I should say the LangChain tooling that is created, that's going to be an interface, like an agentic interface, maybe a low code, maybe vibe coding interface to using our secret vault. So let me close that guy. So everything's pretty boilerplate here, but I'm going to show you where I started was just by giving this prompt where I'm defining what that, let me back up. What am I doing? So I'm creating a trader. So maybe I don't know if it's similar to Mohammed, but I was really interested in what he was doing there. So I created a fully autonomous agent that's going to take a daily report that's generated from a scraper that I made, and it's going to pull, like I'm using the secret vault to store my trading preferences. So it's got my risk tolerance, it's got any of my information. This is what you're seeing on screen here is how I'm describing what that risk profile is. And so this is my schema definition. All it is just natural language, right? So you're able to describe, I say create a basic schema in the secret vault, and then I describe what that schema is. Now, the secret vault, like what the schema actually is, it's like a MongoDB style schema where it's a JSON schema, and the way to designate which of the fields are encrypted has some extra structure. And so this agent prompt, or this tool, will handle that for you, which is really nice. It'll decide based on how you describe it whether or not it's private. You could say this field is private. You could also say this field is financial. This whatever kind of terminology. There's some built in to the tool itself to do that for you. So after that schema is created, then you could do different operations on it. So in my case here, I say, here's my risk strategy, and I'm saying that I want to be an aggressive trader. So the aggressive trader, I also described in these terms, so it knows what I mean by that, right? So if I want to update my profile to say that I'm balanced or that I'm conservative, I can easily update that record and make it so. Then the interesting thing happens. Let's make this a little more readable. So here's my agent task. My agent task says fetch the data from the risk profile. So the agent is already wired up to the tool that knows how to find my risk profile and decrypt it and present it into the context of the inference. So it just handles like this secret data. I don't want my profile stored locally. I don't want my profile accessible to others. I don't want them seeing, because maybe I'm a whale, I don't want them seeing what I'm doing, right? And that's my own private, my desire there. So the agent context here is, it's just all prepared with the data. So now I'm just giving it kind of instructions on how to work with that profile, how to use my crypto report to create a strategy, and then it's executing trades. And you can see here, I mean, I've been running this for several days. I just have it running, just kind of in a loop, and you can see that it's been busy doing stuff with my wallet that I have attached to this. So this is all real output. It's really happening. It's trading on mainnet. So it's interesting. And I see that there's also on the Agent Hub, there's something that kind of similar, which I think is pretty cool. But adding in that secret vault piece gives you that should have a primitive, right? A data primitive that you can have where you can deploy service and have this, software service, but preserves privacy and in a new way. All right, I think that's all I got for now.
Well, privacy is an absolute prerequisite for any of this agent stuff to work. We have Xtrace on every once in a while on this call as well. Like this is like the thing. Like if whoever solves this problem, like actually can personalize agents, and no one's ever going to want to use agents if it's not actually personalized to you. So I think this is like really cool. Yeah. Anything you want to add?
No, I think you nailed it. It's it's our passion. It's our mission. It's what we've started out to achieve, and so this is one of the areas that we see that's relevant to today's the excitement of using agents and even vibe programming. So it lowers the complexity of integration, but it also offers such a significant piece of privacy technology.
No, I'm so stoked. Looking forward to actually getting this integrated in the hub as well. So thank you, Nico, for coming on. We do got to get moving on to Jutsu from, Zahid from Jutsu. Zahid, bring you up on stage. Zahid is building a lot of stuff. And so Zahid, I'm gonna let you kind of like manage what you want to talk about today. But first, intro yourself, intro Jutsu. What did you ship last week?
Okay, so hey everyone, I'm Zahid, founder of Jutsu. And in Jutsu, we are working with Near AI to kind of build a TypeScript experience. So since we started the project, our goal is to build a system that a developer can come in and kind of start building a Near AI agent and deploy it in minutes, not hours. So we made some progress in the TypeScript SDK, and I will show you a demo. And then I'll show you another project that I'm working on. But let's start with the TypeScript demo. I'll share my screen. I'll share my entire screen. So make it bigger. So the way you will start using Near AI TypeScript SDK is just simply type npm install the Near AI TS CLI. So that will kind of install the npm package locally. And then to create a project, you will just say npm Near CLI create. That will create a local project. You don't have to do anything. and then you can go inside your project and you'll see the familiar things like Python projects. So you have a agent.ts and metadata.json file. And to run a agent, simply you just run near AITS run. You don't have to do any other things. So it's as simple as it. And then you get a command line interface that you can interact with your agents. And you can update your agent TypeScript code, add your own functionality. It is not one-on-one comparison with Python yet, but like we are working hard on kind of making these two framework work the same way and all the functionality. So now we are asking something, and then when you are done, when you are ready to deploy, all you do is just near AI TS upload, and that will upload your project to the near hub, AI hub. And then when it deploy, you get a link that you can go and check your agent. So one important thing here, today you can upload your TypeScript project to Hub, but it's you cannot use the Hub UI at this moment, but we are working on kind of making that one work. So hopefully by next week when I come back, it will be end-to-end where you can deploy and you can use the Hub and you can interact with your agent. So I think like the goal since the beginning is to kind of from 0 to 1 in a minute. So that's kind of what we are working on. And hopefully next week we'll ask the community to start kind of using the TypeScript SDK and give us feedback. And it's for you. And I love to work with community and then kind of build the best SDK possible. Next few minutes, I want to show another project that was part of like a near useful agent hackathon. And thank you, Cameron, for running that hackathon. So that useful agent is becoming more and more useful. So I will show you a little bit of demo. So this is the agent that we built in the hackathon. But now, since after that, like we improved the media, the generation of the images and video quality probably 10 times better now. Like typically like this, for example, this is a generated image, but it's almost indistinguishable from if you would record a video by yourself. So that's a probably 10 times or more improved than the last version that we had. And the other thing we added is a lot of small and medium businesses already use Canva. And we heard a lot of requests from the people like they have all the assets for their businesses in Canva. So if they could use Canva with Post. So now you can. We are now in a process of getting approved from Canva. Because it's in a Canva marketplace, so we need approval. So hopefully by next week, it will be generally available where people can start kind of bringing their asset from Canva and then make their social media automation and save a lot of time. So that's kind of the update from the Post side. And I would encourage go and check out app.post.ai and give it a try. If you're not posting today, you are probably missing out a lot of exposure that you would get as a founder or as an engineer or as a builder. I think one thing I learned last 1.5 years is it is great to be a great builder, but you also need to build in public. And as an engineer, I don't like to be in public, but that's why this kind of automation and AI agent is there for kind of be a digital twin of me and then do the social media for me. So yeah, give it a try. Thank you.
Yeah, this is amazing. I'm using Post these days. It's working. And speaking of digital twins, we have Andrew from Doppelganger coming next. Before I want to better understand, you integrate with external web apps. Like, what exactly is that process like? You got to get approved. Like, how do you even start that for a lot of the builders here that might not know?
Can you repeat the
Yeah, so like how do you you want to go integrate with Canva, or like have people like using their Canva accounts like interact with Post? How do you even start that process? Like you just use their API, you have to get approved. Like what does that actually look like?
Yeah, so it's the integration process is like you have to create a kind of a sign up with the developer account. So you have to build an app there, and then the API integration. You have to build a third-party API integration, and then when you have it ready, then you have to submit your app. It's more like a when you deploy a mobile app in App Store. So it's similar kind of process. And then they will do the review, which makes sense, and then they will list your thing in their media. And then the benefit is like as a user, you don't give us any password or anything, so it's like a third-party integration. So it uses it uses their API, so you are safe, we are safe. And for builder, I would recommend another thing is try to build those integration because it become a distribution channel. Canva is one of the largest design tool today. So if you're building something else, maybe partner with other ecosystem, and that gives you more exposure and also validity, right? So like so the process is, in short, process is like App Store. If you ever build a app, have to go through the review, then get listed in their ecosystem.
Super exciting stuff. Love to hear how that process goes with Canva for next week. Gonna bring on Andrew. Zahid, is there anything else that you wanted to add before we hop off?
Give it a try. And if you have a TypeScript SDK, just reach out directly, DM me. I'm available and I'm happy to work with you.
Beautiful. POSTT.ai. Go check it out. Thank you, Zahid. Bringing on Andrew. Andrew, how you doing? You've been here before. Introduce Doppelgangers, yourself. What did you ship last week?
Hey, Cameron. Hey, everyone. My name is Andrew. I'm a founder and CEO of Doppelgangers. At Doppelgangers, we are building user-owned AI. So anyone can create their own personalized AI assistant that do stuff for you. We have recently added a voice feature. So now you can not only chat, but you can also talk to your personal AI. And on top of that, we are creating digital twins. So think of it as personal AI versus public AI. So your digital twin is basically a representation of you on, you can put it on socials, you can make it go to a podcast or to Twitter Spaces for you. It's basically your digital twin. And on the other hand, personal AI is secure, stored on your device, and 100%. I mean, both of them are 100% yours. You are the one who controls what goes in. And user-owned AI is here.
Awesome. What did you ship last week?
Voice.
Cool. Do you have a demo?
We have a voice feature within our agent. You can talk to it. We also can create a digital twin of your voice. The more you talk to it, the better it becomes. So check it out. Doppelganger.ai. App Store and Android are both live.
Can you show us?
Unfortunately, this is a thing that mobile sharing feature. And all of them are on on mobile app. So I would love to.
Can you pull out your phone and show us?
Sure.
Thanks.
Let's try it.
It's okay. The demo gods, I'm feeling they're with us today. So they're with us.
Let's chat and fine-tune how it responds.
Hey, how are you today?
Feeling great, thanks for asking, Rocket. How about you? Anything fun or interesting going on in your world today?
We are actually on a live stream right now. Can you say hi to everyone? Can you say hi to everyone? We are on a live stream right now.
Absolutely, party popper. Hey everyone watching the live stream, waving hand. Hope you're all having an amazing time. Let's get ready to rumble and dive into some awesome crypto and blockchain discussions. LFG flexed bicep. Sparkles.
I love the sparkles. The sparkles at the end really made it. That's great. So, what's next?
Video, but we are mostly working on integrating all these features like voice into Near AI. So more integrations on the Near AI side are coming. Basically, within our app, your personal AI agent will be able to use any agent in the Near AI Discovery tab. So eventually, it will be able to book you a flight, buy you headphones like Ilya presented last time, and get you an Airbnb. And generally speaking, any integration that will be live via Near AI is going to be available on your device with your personalized agent. We have a wallet integration, Near wallet integration already in place, so you'll be able to just ask it to buy stuff or get you stuff or book you stuff, and it will just go ahead and do it.
I want it to manage my LinkedIn account for me in natural language. I would
Yes,
pay
yes.
money for that, actually. So this is great. Love to see it. Is there anything else that you want to, I guess, say before we hop off to Peter Solomonis, who is next? Oh, sorry, Solomonsen, who is next?
Yeah, guys, download our app. We require more feedback from our users. We are constantly improving the user flow and design. So Doppelgangers AI, available on App Store, available on Google Play. Join us.
Cool. Before we hop in 30 seconds or so, any advice for current agent builders to get their agents actually available on the App Store? Like you did it.
I mean, it's very straightforward. You just follow the policies. To be honest, for me, App Store was easier than Google Play because Google Play introduced a whole bunch of new policies where when you need to run close testing with a bunch of people, which is weird. And App Store, you just go through approval. It's a two-way communication. If they don't like anything, they tell you what's wrong, you fix it, and you just go live.
Got it. Cool, man. Andrew, thank you for joining as always.
Sure, guys.
Yep. See you soon. Peter, welcome.
Thank you. Cameron. Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
For those who might not know Peter, he ships so many really compelling things, primarily in the WebAssembly space. He's written books. He's constantly on the cutting edge. So I'm really excited to hear what you have to share today. But before we get going, just as a reminder, introduce yourself any further, what WebAssembly Music is or anything else that you're working on, and then exactly what you shipped last week. Demos are preferred, but demos are preferred.
Yeah, so I'm Peter, and as Cameron already said, my first intro into the Near ecosystem was the WebAssembly Music project, which I've also had been working on before then. But the purpose was to be able to publish music on the blockchain. So actually, a full piece of music is stored in a small WebAssembly binary with all the instruments, all the sound generating, and it plays music. This WebAssembly Music executable. So there are some NFTs on that, but today I'm going to talk about something completely different. I'm going to talk about the JS in Rust project, and now this is I just have to allow my browser to share. So let's see. Sorry about this.
No worries at all. It happens
Yeah.
to every single person. Yeah.
Yeah, it says I have to open system, quit and reopen. Oh, okay. I will be right back. Sorry about that.
All good. I can.
Yeah.
Actually, do you want to move on? Do you want to come back to you, Peter?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you want to go next to
Okay.
then I'll try again.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. We'll hear from you soon.
Yeah. All right.
Jivan, are you ready to rock? All right. Cool. And Uliana, are you here? Yep. Great. Welcome. It's good to have you guys back. Really excited to hear the update, especially after your conversations with Silverstream over the last week. I have not gotten the update yet, so this is part of my update. So, yeah, we'd love for you guys just like reintroduce yourselves. What is Instant Apply, and what have you guys been working on over the last week?
I can start off. I'm Jeevan. I'm a CS student at Minerva University. I'm doing CS and Econ. And we built Instant Apply in the last Useful Agents Hackathon, same as Zahid. And we got a sponsor award from Silverstream. So we have been working with them to build the app further. Uliana.
Yeah, I'm Uliana. I'm also a CS major at Minerva University in my third year. And the idea behind Instant Apply is, as students, we struggle with applying to internships every year. And a lot of our graduates also struggle with finding jobs post-graduation because you have to send out like thousands of applications, literally, not even exaggerating. And so we decided to build an app that would allow you to do exactly that in just one click of a button. Yep. Joanne, do you want to go about the... Okay.
Okay. Perfect. So this is the timeline. I think we started with the hackathon in 14th and 15th March. Literally 2 days ago, or like 1 day ago, we got 20 beta users for the app. And today and yesterday, we're completing applications for our first user, and while also completing the application, like based on their experience and the conversations we're having, we're also extensively changing the app both in the front end and the back end. And one of the major things was our resume parsing. So when they upload their information, we were using PyPDF and not really working well. So we are now using Gemini to parse their resume, which is doing much better for like all the sections. And we also changed our job recommendation system. So if you are in CS, you might want to be a software engineer or an ML or go like multiple places. So based on all of that, it recommends job and with a much better match. And we also changed our front end since the last time. I think we only had like one HTML button, nothing else. So we changed a lot of our front end. So this is an example on like the job recommendation. We generated a PDF for our first user just to show them what kind of jobs we're applying for them to. And it also gives you a match score and a recommendation to apply or not, and like what skills are matching for you and the URL for the job. And for jobs that do not really match, and like what skills you need to develop to be able to apply to these jobs, or if you have other experiences, you can change your resume or the information you have on our profile so we can apply better. And it recommends that you skip and don't apply to these jobs. Uliana.
Yep, I'll now present to you our better front end and parsing. Okay, just a moment. Okay, we'll start with a login. Just okay. You log in. I created a freshly new user. It's completely empty. So you go to profile. You don't fill out anything yourself. You add your resume. It parses the resume. That takes a bit of time because it does the calls to AI. But the results are really nice. So we get to actually see all the details. I did not type any of it myself. This is not hard-coded or anything. name, summary, the text of the resume itself, just for convenience, because when you upload a file and it has been a month since, you don't remember what's there. Professional experience, personal projects, description of the personal projects, relevant skills, all of that, certifications, demographic information, because it's often asked in the job applications, but not so important. If you want to change anything, you can edit it manually, like, I don't know, right? And you save it, and it's changed. So now, for those of you who have been here for our previous shipment, I am proud to present to you a prettier button. Now you can just press this, which looks significantly better than the previous button we had, and it will apply for the jobs. Yep, I'll not be doing that right now, though. I think that's it. Johan, do you want to add anything? Yeah, okay. I think for now we're...
Yeah, I have one. And so I think one of the other updates we wanted to share, like in our progress, what we did last week was a lot of applying for VC fundings, collecting the applications, making the slide deck, and preparing the demo that we can share with like potential VC fundings or summer grants.
Yep.
Incredible stuff. How do you guys manage credentials? Like, you're logging in, like how are credentials managed?
So the first thing right now is this database, the login. A tougher problem we are facing right now is when we apply to jobs, they often require us to log in on behalf of the user. And so we might need like their email, like the secondary, something like a codes and stuff like that. So for our first user, for all of those, we created a new Gmail account so we can like get those like codes from them, but I don't see that being a more sustainable thing. So the likely option is when they have the tool all to themselves, they might need to upload that for each of those websites which ask them for them. But yeah, that's something we are like thinking of taking.
Well, maybe Nili can help. Yeah, Uliana, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to add quickly in terms of how our logging works. It's just a Flask login, so I'm not sure if that answers your question, but they back largely Flask.
Got it. Yeah, I guess it was more on like if you are logging into other sites that needs to do you see those passwords in plain text? Nico might be able to help you there. So more to come on that. But is there anything else, guys, that you want to add before we pass it back to Peter? Where can people learn more about the projects? Where can people learn more about you? Love hungry young builders. That's always, this is one of the first projects I had to say, another project. You guys can build billion-dollar companies. So yeah, where can people learn more about you and stay in touch along your journey?
So yeah, the app right now is open source on GitHub. It's called Instant Apply. I'll share the link as well. And for both of us, we are in the Telegrams, and we're also on LinkedIn. I'm like just Jeevan CS on LinkedIn. I'll share the links. And yeah, happy to chat about this, or if you guys have more suggestions on that.
Yep. I'll also share the link to my LinkedIn, and while I'm in the same Telegram channel, I think it's Uliana_1 for me on Telegram. Yep, happy to chat.
Awesome, guys. So good to have you here. I hope to see you guys soon, and yeah, best of luck for next week. Peter, bringing you back.
Yeah.
Howdy.
So new computer, but now you can see the screen. So I will go back to where I left off, and what I'm going to talk about today is this project called JS in Rust, which is basically letting you add JavaScript on top of your Rust smart contract. So the contract we're going to look into today is a Web4 and a fungible token contract, which allows you to create a website. So, I will first of all, it's this web application here where you have a client to to these tools that you also have the source code for in this project here. So you can find all the source code here. And this particular feature that we shipped last week was not a very big one. It was just about getting these fungible tokens that we have here for being able to use also this ChatGPT feature, which is going through a proxy, because that allows you to kind of charge for the AI conversation by using these fungible tokens. So we can say now that I want to buy rice tokens, and we can ask the Near AI for that, and it will then and we have to confirm it, and we actually have to confirm it again, and that will, if you say okay, now you will be taken to the wallet and confirm. And that will give you these tokens for using ChatGPT. But let's also try the other interesting part, which is about running JavaScript and also creating a Web4 site. So what I want to do now is to create this new Web4 account. So I want to create a new Near account, really. I would like to create a new Web4 account, and let's it can be named Web4 3 for demo Near. Let's remember that name, and we can ask the Near AI for doing that. And this will, of course, require some storage for deploying the contract. You will have the key, so you can delete the account and get those Near back. But let's just create it and confirm with the wallet and approve. You can see now it will actually call this Web4 factory and create this new account. And we can approve that transaction. And as that thing said, we now have a new account, and we will also soon get a website up here. But we can see now the account was not found, but if we now reload it, it should be there. But we can see also that it's nothing there yet. And also in the local storage now, we have the keys for that particular account. We can see it here, so that you can save and use if you want to delete the account or access it in any way. Now we can also try to use, since I already have some rice tokens, we can also try to use ChatGPT for deploying some content to that Web4 site. So let's do that. Create a Web4 page on that says hello world, and we can ask. And now it starts the ChatGPT conversation. It will take some fungible tokens, and we can have them refunded, those unspent, after. And now it's deploying that JavaScript. So what it actually done was to create some JavaScript here that is having some HTML payload. And let's go to that web page and see what happened. It says hello world, and can you also display the current time on that page? And we can again see how we see the tool call response here, and we can see that it should be updated here right away. We got the current time, and there's also an in-browser simulation here. So can you also add the current account ID and run the simulation here first? And let's ask for that, and we can see it now. It actually runs the JavaScript that it created, and it posted that to the contract. And this is how it would look like, and now it asks us to deploy it because it's not updated here yet, but let's say yes to this, and again it will run the deployment, and it's deployed, successfully deployed, and we can see now if we have the current account ID, and we can continue like that. So actually the JavaScript, can you show me the web page JavaScript code just to have that also? It looks like this. So it's actually this web for get function that is implemented that you're able to send to the JS in Rust contract. Yeah, so that's basically it that I have for this. That's the most recent development on this project here. The plan is to integrate it also with this Arise portfolio report, so that you can actually talk to this application when you are tracking your Near account activities. So that's the plan ahead. And now I'm not sure. Yeah, you were already there, Cameron.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I'm don't mind this
Yeah.
taking much longer, just to
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
I want to better understand like your whole vision here.
Mhm.
Like you've been programming on Near for quite a while, and I kind of see all these projects slowly kind of coming together.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so I just take a couple minutes just to kind of explain, like, I mean, I'm sorry to start from square one, but like, why WebAssembly?
Yeah.
You know, you wrote a whole book on this, so I'm assuming you have
Mhm.
an answer. And then also like some of these other projects that you're building and kind of how you see the vision kind of coalescing.
Yeah. So WebAssembly is, of course, this compact binary format, and you can create code in many different languages. You can create these very efficient binaries that lets you execute this in the web browser, on the server, and we also see on Near. That was what I was looking for when I found Near. Actually, I wanted to see a blockchain that used WebAssembly as the smart contract binary, because I thought that had to be the ultimate thing, and then I found Near for that. And I've already been many years working in the WebAssembly space with several different projects. And when it comes to what I really want to do is this music project. That's how it's all started. That's been focused around that all the time. It's about also using WebAssembly for live coding music, and I would really love to show you that also one day. There are several videos on my YouTube channel about it, but the thing is, you can live code music. You write your music in code, and it compiles to a WebAssembly binary on the fly, and you can just evolve your music, your instruments, and adjust your code, and you can hear the results instantly in the music. And now that we have got AI, this is a perfect match, because then you can actually use the AI for writing that JavaScript code, just as we saw here with the Web 4 page. So this is kind of just leading up to my next where I want to go next also, is to have this AI generate music. And one thing that is also mentioned in this, written about this book, is to write instrument plugins, which all the music producers use in all the music you found there on stage, wherever, and you can write that in the browser. You can use the AI to express what kind of sound you want, and then you can use NFTs for kind of selling the unique sound to music producers, and you can and they will have ownership to it. So I think that's a great use case for the NFT. And the WebAssembly binary is compact. You can ship it. You can have this also very tightly connected to the NFT, and then you can also actually use that in the music production software that is common today. So yeah, as you understand, my kind of vision here and my passion is a lot around the music, but being into the NEAR space, also lots of other things has to be solved. So that's why I'm into this accounting system. That's one of the things. Web4, we want a website for it. The JS in Rust was also just part of fulfilling this. The way of being able to use JavaScript to customize, and JavaScript is also part of that music project. So
It almost sounds like you're building a new internet. Like you're kind of addressing like every piece of the stack here, sort of all using WASM. So it's incredible.
That's
Well, so cool. Peter, what is the best place for people to follow up with your progress? I understand you're most of the time busy shipping, which is why we want to host some of these spaces, is just like give these builders who frankly may not even love posting on Twitter and all this other stuff the platform. So when you're not here,
thank you so much for this opportunity to present here, and like you say, going on Twitter and post, that's always taking time from actually building and shipping stuff. But I love this previous talk here about this thing that can help you with the social media, I think. so
we all need it. Like we all need it. Where can people learn more?
So my Twitter is where I'm posting, but I would actually recommend going to my YouTube channel, where I have videos showing all of this that I also just showed with the Web4, the JS in Rust, but also the WebAssembly music. There are some videos of the showcases from this book that I have, and there's also a chapter in the book about NEAR protocol and also about this JS in Rust thing. So that's also if you look up that book, that's also a good place to learn about.
What's the name of the book?
The name of the book is Building and Deploying WebAssembly Apps. So and it's funny, I haven't got the hard copy yet from the publisher. So I don't know. I've seen people have bought it and they have it, but I don't.
Not even the author. That's
No.
kind of hilarious. Plenty of places for people to learn more. Thank you so much for coming. We'd love for you to come on again. We'll do this every week. So whenever you feel ready to give another update, you're welcome back whenever.
I'd love to. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Peter. Taking you off. That concludes all the, I guess, presenters today. I am also gonna just kind of give you guys a quick update on what I've been cooking. The whole NEAR AI team, by the way, is primarily focused on building the most useful assistant in the world, essentially turning every app into a super app through a network of agents that are all verifiably private, and the inference that those agent builders need is currently free. So if you are an agent builder, you can get free inference. Pretty cool. That's one of your main costs. And then through the assistant, we will drive demand for your agents, assuming they're useful. And that is my job, is to ensure they're useful. And so right now, over the last week, I've been very focused on hiring a team. This team is primarily just going to include a director of ecosystem engineering. Think of it like all external integrations, and a marketing team, just like one marketing manager and maybe a social media management intern. But right now it's all me, so I need to scale a team because that's ridiculous. Next thing is really working with Nilian and Nextrace on the encrypted memory stores. This again is an absolute prerequisite to personalize your agents. Critical, we already talked about that. We're also just on the kind of internal NEAR AI side, formalizing all of our success metrics, all of our KPIs, OKRs, all that really, really fun stuff to hold each other accountable. And then other thing is we are exploring adding more data sets to the NEAR AI Hub. Would love more feedback on what kind of data sets you might be looking for. We're right now on the Hub, it's primarily just like NEAR Rust contracts, and they have been used by teams building like auditor agents and other things, agents that can sort of streamline the auditing process for your smart contracts. But I'm actually really, that's cool, don't get me wrong, awesome stuff, want those people to keep building. But I'm really interested in having an agent that can audit other agents to check for any security vulnerabilities, any data leakage, anything else, as a really critical piece of the discovery process. So before an assistant is able to go connect with another agent, I want to make sure that that agent has been verified. And so we did post this request for proposal to get AI security teams to build this agent. We reviewed a lot of them. We had probably 8 really great submissions. And now we're sort of moving forward with, I guess 2 of them, 1.5. It's kind of a weird thing because we need more useful agents hosted on the hub. It's security is always this sort of secondary thing to a lot of teams, but it is a primary thing for us because we will be managing keys and money. So very critical. So hopefully in the next coming weeks, there'll be more information. I don't want to prematurely share too much about the architecture of this because I want the team that is actually building it to do that. So more to come on that, but making progress on the auditor agent side of things. Next thing is the House of Stake. For those who might not know, the Near ecosystem is Near Foundation is very committed to decentralizing the Near Foundation. Over a year and a half ago, we started an initiative called the Near Digital Collective to essentially run an election to determine who can actually decide on how money gets allocated. There was about 10 million USD of Near allocated to that treasury. And this was a crazy experiment that didn't end great because there was a lot of vote buying and a lot of crazy things on the governance side. But guess what? That's not stopping us. We are doing version 2. And this version 2 is a little bit more top down than version 1 and is going to need agents that help with the governance process. Governance is an incredibly difficult thing. Humans are inherently biased. I can say so myself, I am biased to proposals that I can actually read and understand. So English and a little bit of Spanish. If you send me a proposal in Chinese, I'm biased. I'm not going to be able to read it. And so how can we actually create these agents that can streamline governance for the people who are deciding on how money gets allocated? And so this is really important, really big. This is all going to be done through the House of Stake initiative. And I'm working with House of Stake and also Metapool. I have a call later with Claudio, the founder, today about how to streamline governance inside of Metapool, which is an amazing liquid staking app that is very committed to decentralization through a DAO. And so they have a very active DAO. How do we make it more active through agents to help people make decisions more quickly? That's on the governance agent side of things. The next piece is agent price discovery. So a big problem right now is all these AI companies really struggle to identify how much their solution should cost. And it really is dependent on how much value that they're providing. And so in the onboarding process of the Near AI Hub, we would like to add a piece for you to monetize your agent. But to monetize it properly, you need to discover the utility and price of that agent. And so working with a cool team that it's called Nevermind to help address this problem. I've been talking to them a lot this week on how to do so. More to come on that. Another really hard problem to solve. Fortunately, I'm not the only one to solve these problems. There are amazing teams out there with many more employees that are highly more qualified than I to do so. My goal is to just get them integrated into the Near AI Hub and made available for all the builders out there. So that's on agent price discovery, and I have a long list, by the way. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. Next is really want to add Near intents to the Coinbase Commerce on-ramp. Because right now, when you want to on-ramp from Coinbase, USDC from Coinbase to an app or anything else, your wallet, it's only available through a base USDC. In a perfect world, we can add a Near intent network where when you want to, let's say, on-ramp USDC to Solana through Coinbase on-ramp, you can actually add the intent network in the middle of it, essentially swap that base USDC for your Solana USDC or Near USDC or anything like that to essentially enable interoperability across every chain, which is pretty cool for an on-ramp. And so instead of, right now, my main interest for that for the Near side is so we can easily get Near agents access to an easy USDC on-ramp with very, very low fees. But it just so happens that doing so will actually enable USDC on-ramp support through an app like Coinbase if we can figure it out and work with them to make it happen. I don't want to overpromise here. We're still like cooking on the architecture for everything. So yeah, USDC, Coinbase on-ramp, all chains that support ECDSA signatures. So that's Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum, every L2, pretty much everything that's not Solana and Ton. So moving on, there's more. Setting up posts for the NeurAI LinkedIn account. I hate LinkedIn, but we need a post there because the AI community is on LinkedIn a lot of times. So setting that up with Zahid this week, which is exciting. So expect more content from the NeurAI LinkedIn account. And then not really related to NeurAI at all, but maybe in the future, who knows? I run a nonprofit. We start blockchain development courses at universities. Been doing this for about 7 years now. They ran an amazing hacker house in Argentina. We're very focused on the Latin American market. And that was just a huge success during Crecimiento. Shout out to the Crecimiento team of bringing crypto education and adoption to Latin America, specifically Argentina. Really like what they're doing, and this is an evergreen market. So if we're building AI agents and assistants to streamline governance and everything else, this is a really great market to do so. And that's it on some of the stuff I'm working on. I also went to the doctor for the first time in a long time, which was great. So be healthy, go to the doctor if you can. And that's all I got. So thank you all for joining. We do this every week. Make sure to like the NeurAI Twitter account. This is where everything gets live streamed. And for the future, anyone who is joining, be sure to stream to your audiences. This is a great way to get more eyes. So thank you all for joining and hope to see you next week. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to NeurWeek.